Square.
Good guess, but wrong. Clear your head. All right? Tell me what you think it is.
Is it a star?
It is a star. Very good. That's great. Okay. All right. Think hard. What is it?
Circle.
Close, but definitely wrong. Okay. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. What is it?
Figure 8.
Incredible. That's 5 for 5. You can't see these, can you?
No.
You're not cheating me, are you?
No, I swear they're just coming to me.
Okay.
Chris Scouser here with
Matt Howell. And this week on the first run, we get a little meta. We get a little spooky, and we really get into a movie about us, me and Chris, really, with Undertone. A film about a haunted podcast. I know you're intrigued. Can you imagine anything more terrifying than two podcast hosts being terrorized by a demon? I can't. Can you, Chris?
No, oh God, no, I can't really know. Outside of, again, the tapeworm from The Ugly Stepsister, then probably this, yeah.
Very good, very good. And so before we really get into it, what was the starter for?
Oh, the obit?
Yeah.
Jennifer Runyon passed away, the woman in that scene.
R.I.P.
That scene still works after, I don't know, how many years now? Was that 83, 84 that came out?
84, yeah.
It still makes me laugh. When I was pulling the audio, I laughed. I laughed when it was playing just now.
Because people of a certain age, of which me and Chris are, you can visualize like the look of absolute disgust she's giving her testmate while he's getting everything wrong, and she's getting everything air quotes right.
It's Murray in that scene that does it for me because he's flirting with her. It's like, come on. He's so pitch perfect in that film, but that scene alone too, it's great.
Yeah, that is a good scene. Well, why don't you scare the pants off of some folks and give us a little bit of Undertone, shall you?
All right, just keep your suspenders or your belt tight. Hopefully they won't fly right off.
Let me play it back louder. Yeah, there. Did you hear that?
I did. What was that?
I don't know. I'm gonna play it louder. Oh my! You heard that, right? Tell me you heard that.
Yes.
Good.
What's it saying?
Yeah, I can't really make it out.
I mean, it could be an artifact, an overlap of a previous recording.
I don't know. I wonder if they noticed it when they played it back.
Play the next one.
Okay, here we go.
Oh boy, Matt, that sounds pretty creepy.
Super creepy if you can figure out what the hell they're talking about. Chris, why don't you tell us what Undertone is about?
Well, I think he did a good job in the intro, but basically, Evie is caring for her mother. She is at the end stages of her life. She's basically in hospice at home, waiting for her to pass. She finds out some other unfortunate or fortunate, I think she views it as unfortunate news about her very immediate family that she's struggling with, and she runs a podcast with her buddy Justin. And Justin has received, mysteriously, a pack of 10 audio clips that are supposedly, if you listen to the end, you're going to die. Kind of Ring style. So they start, of course, what else would you do? Because their podcast is to explore weird and creepy things, right? What else do you do but you play the audio clips? And then, of course, everything goes horribly, horribly wrong for Evie. So there you go, Matt.
Very good. All right. So, Chris, other than the most unrealistic thing in this demon movie being that these two podcasters have enough of an audience where they can do a live show where people call in, which is absolutely preposterous if you think about it. Did this work for you? I mean, this film is really kind of lives and dies on its sound design, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's really only two people on screen at all, Evie and her mother. There's really, everybody else is just a kind of a disembodied voice. So does this work for you, or were you like me where you're straining to try and figure out what the hell they're talking about in these recordings that I'm supposed to be hearing?
I wonder if that was part of your exhibitional experience. So the audio portion of it, I think, was fine for me. I didn't have any issues hearing things. I mean, maybe at times when they're like playing things backwards or they're playing things in the, it's a little, I think, maybe difficult to hear, but I think that's part of it because they want you to auditorily or physically kind of lean in. They want you to lean into this film a bit, I feel. And the screening that I had some pretty good effects audio-wise around me. One thing that really upset me as an old man is that there is an enhanced audio track if you see this in the Dolby. But unfortunately for me, all the Dolby screenings around me started at like 10 o'clock at night. And I could not make those screenings. I couldn't get there for those times. So I think it was still effective for me. I think it does a rock solid job building up a suspenseful atmosphere. Now, I think maybe it's a little cliched at times. If you saw Longlegs, you get a good example of this. Not that Longlegs was this innovative film where this had never happened before, but we get a lot of shots of Evie at her table with not a split screen, but where she only occupies half the screen. And the other half of the screen, there's some vacant space. It's a hallway, it's a doorway, it's a window, whatever the case may be, right? So you're constantly searching that space for something as the audio unfurls, as it plays for Evie and Justin as they go through their show. And is now audio, is it in the house with her as well? Right? So I think for the most part, yes. I found this to be really creepy, particularly scary at times. And I enjoyed Undertone. It has, maybe it trips up a little bit here and there, and its ending, which if you want to dive into a little bit, we can. I'm a little unsettled on. In the greater point of the film, there's a couple different rumors going around, or I guess not rumors, but theories going around about what's happening in the movie. In fact, does any of this happen at all? Is one of the working theories out there, right? Is this more of an issue where Evie is descending into madness as she is caring for her dying mother, now facing perhaps her own family issues that she has to decide in a failing relationship? And is she basically just going crazy herself, right? There's another theory that she's in a doom loop, an audio doom loop, where basically maybe she's the one that sent the audio tapes to Justin, and she's stuck in this loop because of the way the audio plays and how it mirrors certain things happening in the house at the same time as the audio wave file goes. So there's lots of stuff, Matt. I don't know, but that's generally, yes, I enjoyed this.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it's good, and I think the idea of kind of relying on sound design is clever conceit. I mean, like Chris alluded to, this is really going to live and die on how good your system is, how good the presentation is that you're listening to it, right? So this is one of those films that it'll be interesting to see if it has legs and if it holds up at home viewing, right? I mean, if somebody's just listening to it through their home speakers that are just on the TV, right? Is it going to be as effective? I liked the ending. I thought it was suitably creepy. I think it's unsettling, right?
Well, I want to put you to pin in that because we'll do a spoiler session after this. when we get through it. Cause even maybe after we give the grade, which is a nice hard cut for people, because I want to get what you think actually happened at the ending. But continue.
And then, yeah, but I mean, I think my only real problem with this is that, you know, they're playing all these backward audios, right? And then they're playing, you know, all this audio that you're supposed to catch this creepy background stuff, and I'm straining to hear it, and I don't hear it, right? And I'm like, they keep playing it over and over and over again, like, and I'm like, what the hell is she supposed to be saying? Like, I don't, and like, I'm spending so much time trying to figure it out, it kind of takes me out of the situation. So I guess that's my one problem with it, is maybe I'm just too dumb to recognize what backwards language is, or, you know, when they're playing the kind of nursery rhyme children's songs backwards, I'm like, I'm not hearing anything that they're hearing. So like, it's not like some shocking drop for me. I think that's, if you're kind of rely on finding that stuff in there, you should make it pretty obvious.
Oh, that's interesting. All right. So I would agree with you. There's only one time, I think, where I really heard what they air quotes heard, right? When they played it, the backwards audio, or they reversed and played it backwards. But it didn't bother me as much, right? I was just kind of along for the vibe with it. So that's interesting. Yeah, that's true. I only caught it that one time myself. Interesting. All right. Yeah, but I'm not. I don't feel like, you know, that is not what that's. Excuse me. That's not what I struggled with the film at all. It was more maybe the occasional cliched tropes that we get throughout the film every now and then, but they're scant. They're few. So it's fine. I'm not going to hold that much against it either. So also too, like a heavy use of reflection, right? Like we're like not so much maybe a duality, but it's odd because the camera will appear to pan, but it never does it doesn't do a full circle. It just pans from the left when you see Evie, and then and then she's there again on the other side, even though it doesn't. I don't know. Lots of weird things. I'm not sure if that's more just to keep us off balance and unmoored as this thing plays out. Yeah, I'm not sure. It was the whole podcast in her head. Did the entire thing happen in her head? That's one of the things. What are your thoughts on that, Matt? Do you think all this stuff actually, air quotes, happened, or is she going crazy simply?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't look at it this critically, right? I just kind of took everything at face value, that everything was happening, that was being presented on the screen. I just assumed that it was kind of your run-of-the-mill supernatural horror film, right? And I just kind of took everything at face value. There wasn't anything really there to me that said, oh, is this really happening, right? There's no, other than some very, very slight stuff. You know, I'm very much of the stance that, you know, whatever interpretation you have that works for you for any film is fine with me. But
yeah,
I just didn't see that it was, you know, it was kind of putting any hints in there. If there were any hints there, it was so subtle that my dumbass didn't catch them.
Yeah, well, maybe that also is a shortcoming of the film, is that it's a little too heady and it doesn't do a good enough job of walking us through maybe some of the finer points that would provide some clarity. But I also, from what I understand, is that the original version of this film that played at I think it was Fantastic Fest, one of the festivals, Justin was played by a different character. They actually recast him after A24 won the bidding rights, because it was a big hit. People loved it. And they recast him and had someone come in and redo that voice for him. And also, too, there's a subplot from the film that was cut that may kind of change some of the explanations for the actions of Evie. And also, too, from what I understand, there's perhaps even the original ending, something that was different, where I believe she finds an 11th tape where it's just audio of a baby crying. But it's dated 3 years in the future. So that locks me into maybe that's the doom loop thing, where she's stuck in this weird dimensional horror loop thing. I'm not sure. I'll tell you this, A24, if you're listening, if you put the original cut of this film out on Blu-ray or 4K or even digitally, I will buy it. I enjoyed it enough for that, and I would love to see the original version of this film. So, you know, listen up, buddy. Let's get that done. Let's get some real special features going out there, because they're starting to die off. you're not getting as many special features as you used to for this thing. Alternate cuts or original cuts is cool as heck. Go ahead, sorry.
I just was wondering why did they give any explanation to why they changed the actor? I do actually vaguely remember, and I guess it must have been this film, reading something on the horror subreddit about how, they had seen a film where they had changed the voice actor. So I'm assuming it's this one, and that the original was much better, was a much more effective, actor.
Yeah, I do not know. I have no idea why that is. I just know that they replaced him. So let's hope it's not something really nefarious. But yeah, I don't know. So another thing too, which I found interesting. So this is the directorial debut of Ian Tucson, and one of the inspirations he had for this film was him caring for his parents in the early 2020s as they were facing terminal cancer themselves. And he also created originally as a radio play that evolved into a screenplay, which incorporated some of the stuff that he had experienced while doing that. And the film was shot in his childhood home.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is all per the Wikipedias. So I would love to hear a radio play. I love radio plays. I don't know if it's because I'm the old man, but I don't know. I love the idea of a radio play. I know they're big on, Audible does a bunch of them, right? Where they do audio dramas and stuff. So yeah, Matt, I don't know. What do you? Any other final thoughts? Do you want to give Undertone a grade? The film that dares to ask, can a wave file be haunted?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a B. I thought it was, a solid supernatural horror film. I prefer my horror films to have a supernatural element, so I'm sticking with it. That's what happened, was what we saw on the screen.
Yeah, and mainstream Chris is coming in at a B plus. So yeah. I'm with you there, Matt. So, okay, let's jump into the spoilers. So what do you think actually happens at the end?
So I feel like the way I interpreted it was...
Because we should say, too, let me set the stage. I apologize. So the death rattle happens. Her mom's dying, but she hears something. So she goes up the stairs to see her mom in the bedroom. She's not in the bed. And there's this little mini statue iconography little thing there that she keeps kind of putting in a closet or something, and it appears again and appears again. And then we see her mom in a mirror, again, another reflection, a mirror, and then she turns around, screams, and then there's what? And then it goes black, and then we hear sound, like somebody falling downstairs, and then that's basically it, right?
Yeah, so I mean, from the way I interpreted this was...
Blair Witch action?
Yeah, I think it's that they somehow, opened the door to let this demon in, possibly playing the tapes has some kind of chanting or ritual or something that caused this doorway to be open, and that it possessed her mom's body, right? And I guess this demon, right, is a demon of stillbirth and infanticide and miscarriages and things like that, of mothers killing their children and matricide. So I guess it's like it inhabited her, killed the daughter, and by extension killed the unborn baby that she was waiting on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm trying to think. It's the greater, I guess, metaphor here about grief, and then having to find out that you're pregnant in a dead-end relationship, deciding what you want to do if you're going to keep the kid too, right? When clearly she makes the decision, at one point not to. She calls to make an appointment, and then it's so the demon takes possession of the mother to get to her. To then, okay, yeah, I got to say too, one of the things I really enjoyed, the reveal of the thumping was really well done and creepy. When finally we find out what that is, that's really well done. And really, it's because again, it's that's another scene that I think a part of it is black, and then it's just the audio, and you hear there's also at one point an infant crying, and then it's just. It is really, that's probably for me the most unsettling part of the entire film. And then the whole meta end for me too is that she then becomes the content herself. right? Evie becomes maybe the next. That's when that gets. Maybe we'll start to wonder about the doom loop. Is that it's her, in a way, right? So I don't know. Anyway, interesting stuff. Matt gave it a B. I gave it a B plus. If you had a chance to see Undertone, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Shoot us an email at feedback@thefirstrun.com. I'm very happy, Matt. We decided to go see this, so that was good. That's good decision on our part. Nice job.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. I don't know how this went, but I think it went horribly for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to say though, I did not see your list, so I don't know because I looked out on Blue Sky. You didn't text it to me, so I don't know what it is.
Well, that's right. I didn't. Well, I linked it though in the show notes. It's been there. Okay. In the show notes and on the website. So that's right. I didn't send it to you, but I'm an honest guy. I'll tell you this. I got 5 wrong. So,
I got 4 wrong.
Son of a bitch. All right. Let's go ahead and wrap it up, and then I'll Venmo you your goddamn money.
All right. Lift your shirt and turn around. Put your hands on top of your head.
All right. Let's go to work.
Not move. Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
No, sir.
Why are you running from us?
Had a long day, man.
You didn't see the lights back there?
Oh, yes, I did.
What did you toss out of the vehicle?
Excuse me?
What did you toss out of the vehicle back there?
Trash.
You sure about that?
Yes, ma'am.
You been drinking today?
I've had a few.
A few what?
A few small beers.
A few small beers. All right, Matt. So I think the big problem we have, right, is, is the actor. I blew 3 of the biggest categories.
You did.
I didn't get actor in supporting role. I didn't get best picture. And, I didn't get director either. I got 6 wrong.
Okay. See, I only got, other than cinematography and those are the only, and casting, those were the only 2 that I got wrong from movies that I saw. Animated short and doc feature were just guesses because I didn't see any of those, and I got those guesses wrong.
Yeah, and there's one that was a tie, so that's a wash.
I got 1/2 the tie right, so I was counting it as a win.
As did I. So I got actor supporting role wrong. I thought Lindo was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
And I said who should have won was Del Toro, but no, Penn won.
Mm-hmm.
And then animated short film I got wrong. I selected Retirement Plan. Casting I got wrong. I went with Sinners. Cinematography I got wrong. I went with it was One Battle After Another. It was Sinners. It was Sinners. I had One Battle After Another. Direction. I had Coogler wrong. And then of course Best Picture. I really thought Sinners was going to get it. Though I wanted One Battle After Another. So I guess my heart was right.
Led you astray again, as always.
But it should have went with my heart because I thought it was that's what I wanted to win was One Battle After Another. But there you go. I really thought they were going to come around. The buzz was great for Sinners, that it was going to do really well. But in the end, it did fine. It did good.
Yeah.
But no, I ended up with 6 wrong. One of my worst showings in quite some time.
Wow, I thought for sure with getting 4 wrong, I was not, because we've had some pretty close ones where it's come down to the wire. It's been like 1 wrong or 2 wrong. All right, so yeah, I guessed animated short wrong. I guessed Butterfly. I don't even know what won, but that was incorrect. I also selected One Battle After Another for cinematography. For doc feature, I selected The Perfect Neighbor, which I think it was Small Rooms or A Few Small Rooms, whatever that one was.
All the Empty Rooms?
All the Empty Rooms, excuse me. Yes, that's right. And then casting, I picked Sinners as well, and that was also incorrect.
A couple cool things. Now, I'm not going to lie to you people, all right? I didn't watch it this year. I was actually at Undertone.
Oh, okay.
That was my window to see it. Mm-hmm. So, but I did catch up with some highlights. I enjoyed Michael B. Jordan's speech. I love the fact that Matthew Berry was the announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Though I watched basically a supercut of all of his stuff, so that was fun. Though I wish he would have went a little farther than he did, but that's fine. I love Matthew Berry, and I'll be honest, I just was not as enamored with Sean Penn's performance, I guess, as the Academy was. In fact, I think it was the least interesting of the entire group of supporting actor nominations. But
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. But I will say, in the end, it kind of felt to me like a No Country for Old Men, There Will Be Blood year between like Sinners and One Battle After Another. So I can't be too angry, except the fact that I lost.
Fair enough.
Maybe I'm just too cynical. I don't know. So that's it, Matt. Congratulations on your win. You're basically going to get your MS23K Rift Tracks Blu-ray for free now. Just going to send you that money right back.
You know what? That is actually an excellent prize. That's way better than money or a gift card is a free Rift Tracks Blu-ray set.
Yeah, if you haven't heard, folks, Mike and Kevin and Bill are all coming back to do 4 episodes of Mystery Science Theater as their original characters. They've pulled out the original puppets, Matt, out of storage. They're bringing those back, and they're building the sets now. They've announced the 4 films. The GoFundMe is, I think it's over now, but I think they were asking for like 30, 40 grand or something like that, and they got over $2 million.
Oh, wow. It's a lot of pressure to get that much money to like really produce something, you know?
Yeah. And then Trace and Bellew and Frank Conniff are coming back for the last episode.
Oh, nice.
As Forrester and Frank. And then Mary Jo will be back as Pearl Forrester. Basically everybody is coming back, I think, except for Joel, I think, is going to be part of this. So Bobo will be there, Brain Guy, all of them. I'm very, very excited. It's only 4 episodes, but they're going to be good. And I think there's going to be a Fathom release. Like there's going to be 2 versions of the first movie. And I think I'll get that, I think digitally or maybe on the Blu-ray, but I think I can also go. I don't know how I claim my ticket. That'll probably all get figured out, but
sure.
Very exciting. Yeah. All right. That's enough. I'm tired of talking about, well, actually, I was happy to talk about Mystery Science Theater. I'm tired of talking about the Oscars because it stinks that I lost. That's going to bother me. All right, Matt. Let's just end it. What's up next week? What's on the next show?
We're going to watch a big one as we move into spring outside of the winter doldrums and into spring past award season. We're getting into see Project Hail Mary. The latest from Ryan Gosling, adapting a novel by Andy Weir. So yeah, we'll check it out.
Yeah, that's the guy who did The Martian, right? He wrote The Martian?
Yeah.
And it's Lord and Miller who did your Into the Spider-Verse movies.
Oh, yeah. And the Lego movie as well.
There you go. And we should have a guest next week. Darren from Nostalgia Cast and Back to Bluey will be joining us. We haven't had a guest in a very long time, so that'll be fun.
No, we haven't. Yeah.
And in the meantime, you can check us out at thefirstrun.com. Is that how they say it now? Thefirstrun.com. You find archives of all the old shows. There's a little play there. Just hit play, and I'll start rifling through episodes. I thought about trying to do playlists as well. Like here's sci-fi, horror. I don't know.
That'd be cool. That'd be very cool.
Who's got the time? Do you? Do you have the time?
I don't really. No, I have no time at all.
There, see? We're barely able to keep this thing flying. It's all held together by duct tape and string. What else? The report card's on there. All the old shows are there. You can find every episode of The First Run on the website. You can just search by a movie, and if there's an episode, it'll pop up. And what else? Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Blue Sky. Just do a search for The First Run. Scroll. Eventually you'll find us. Head over to Apple Podcasts. Give us a review. It'll help other people find the show. And I think that'll be it, Matt. We're going to go out now. The stinger, though, everybody knows New York City. But I have a different one for you for Matthew Barry to show my love. Take care of yourselves. I love you all very much. And we will see you soon.
Say you're from Tucson, but you talk all fancy and Europe-like.
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.